When I first got here, the way that people treated me changed the way I think about life. My kids are so happy. They literally count South Africa. They count Cape Town 2 times when they're saying what they're grateful for at nighttime. Every single day they tell me how grateful they are that I picked us up, that I decided that we should move to a different country and we came out here and did this. Every single day. And we've been here for over a year.
Foreigners are so excited to come to South Africa. Whenever they step their foot to the motherland, the joy is endless. They don't want to go back. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for clicking on the video. If you're new to the channel, you are highly welcome. For my returning viewers, I'm an amazing subscriber. Thank you so much for coming back to the channel. This foreigner share is culture shock coming to South Africa for the very first time, and I was so amazed what she have to say. Let's take a look at the video, and please do not forget to like the video and comment your thoughts below.
South Africa. I'm still processing all the experiences that I made. I just got back from South Africa a couple of days ago, currently on the island of Zanzibar. And today I want to share with you my 5 biggest culture shocks. Please keep in mind, the things that shocked me might not shock you at all. We all, when we travel, carry different cultural lenses. For me, it's from the perspective of an Ethiopian Eritrean who was raised in Germany. So it's important to make this clear. These are my experiences. I was born and raised in the West, and I'm tired. I'm out. South Africa. Culture shock number 1. For the first time in my life, I saw white homeless people on the continent. I thought my eyes are playing a trick on me. When I left the airport of Johannesburg, I saw 3-4 white people begging people for money, and I was like, what's going on here? Because don't get me wrong, this is a big shock to me, because I've traveled many countries on the continent, and my experience from Ethiopia, for instance, or Nairobi, is that whenever you see white people, they are the ones who are not struggling, who are doing well, you know. But in South Africa, for the first time, I saw white homeless people sleeping in tents. And this was an image, it couldn't get into my head. And then I always had to remind myself, okay, this so-called rainbow nation has a lot of white South African citizens, right? And of course, not everyone can be successful, but the contrast is so extreme comparing to other African countries where white people usually have the best jobs, are highly skilled professionals, they make a lot of money. And so coming to South Africa and seeing a white person knocking on my window in my Uber and asking me for money, I was like, indeed, what is... I was like, this can't be real. This can't be real. This was an image I had to get used to and that I saw throughout my journey, especially in Johannesburg. In Cape Town, not so much, but there were parts in Cape Town. In one of our Airbnbs, for instance, opposite of that house, there was a white lady sleeping in a tent. And every morning when I left the house, I was like, this is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. Anyway, let's get to culture shock number 2. And this is something, I don't even know if you can call it a culture shock. It was just a big shock to me because we rented a car and we drove from Johannesburg to Cape Town. And on my journey from Johannesburg to Cape Town, I saw like all this uninhabited land. As far as your eyes can see, there's so much land. The country is so beautiful, but so much space. And every time when I drove through these vast landscapes, and I also took another road trip later from Cape Town to Windhoek in Namibia, same scenario, you drive for hours like no man's land. You don't see a single house, you don't see people. And then I had to think about this narrative that Africa is overpopulated. And I'm like, wait a minute, this doesn't make sense. This continent is not overpopulated. Maybe this continent is overexploited. Like, we all know that a lot of land is still in the hands of foreign investors, right? But from what I've seen, there is so much space for everyone. There's so much land. So ain't nobody gonna tell me and convince me that our continent is overpopulated. Anyways, That was my second shock or realization that I made during my journey in South Africa. My biggest culture shock, actually, shock number 3, was when I visited a whites-only separatist town called Orania. So you might ask yourself, what did you even do there? So as a cultural anthropologist, I'm always interested in identities, in heritage, and I found out about this community of Afrikaners who are the descendants of French, German, and Dutch settlers who arrived in South Africa in the 17th century. And in 1991, they established this city called Orania. It's more like a town, a farm, a big farm. And so they have established this whites only, or let me say Afrikaners only town in the middle of South Africa, on the African continent. And again, this is coming from my own perspective, with my own cultural lens. As an Ethiopian, if you don't know the history of Ethiopia, it's a country that has never been colonized. This is unthinkable. This is unthinkable. I mean, foreigners cannot even own land without going into a joint ventureship with a local partner. And then seeing a community, right now they have 4,000 residents. This was just like outrageous. And to see that this is possible on the African continent. I think what is so painful about Orania is to see that apartheid, in a sense, still exists. And I think that is what was especially shocking to me and also painful to see, you know, because these people, obviously, they haven't learned from history. And I'm sorry, I listened to the people, I listened to their arguments. I read so many comments under the video of people who were trying to justify the existence of Orania. Nothing can convince me that a place like Orania should exist in South Africa.
When I first got here, the way that people treated me changed the way I think about life. Moving to a new country is hard. No matter what country you're going to, what country you came from, it's going to be difficult. And it's going to be 10 times more difficult if you have children. But one thing that I can say is children are more easily adaptable than adults. They're more resilient than we are. They don't even know that it's as hard as it was to move. My kids are so happy. They literally count South Africa. They count Cape Town 2 times when they're saying what they're grateful for at nighttime. Every single day they tell me how grateful they are that I picked us up, that I decided that we should move to a different country and we came out here and did this. Every single day. And we've been here for over a year. They have friends. They're doing sports that they've never done before. They're doing rugby. They're doing field hockey. They're playing soccer. They're having so much fun. They've had some of the biggest birthday parties they've ever had here in Cape Town. And honestly, I am just at a loss for words for how much they truly love Cape Town, South Africa. And they tell people all the time, oh yeah, we love it here. They don't want to go back. They don't want to go back. They truly love Cape Town. I would say really, really good here. Really good here. People are nice. People are kind. People are very friendly. People are very warm, welcoming, inviting. People talk to me every single day. I've never experienced anything like it. And I'm from the deep South. Okay. I spent a lot of time in a lot of different states in America, and I know about Southern hospitality, but South African hospitality is a different thing. It's a completely different thing. I'm telling you, everywhere I go, I meet somebody that is cool. Like I don't have no problems. No complaints. Honestly, I don't have any complaints about how I've been treated here in South Africa. I think that if you want to visit, definitely visit before you move, just to make sure you know exactly where you want to be, because I hear that Joburg is a completely different vibe than Cape Town. I've only been in Cape Town and like surrounding areas, but it's been amazing. I love it so much. 10 out of 10.
That is the treatment you get when you go to a country that welcomes you and loves you. You will never feel that you are in a different country. You will feel welcome and feel at home. This lady has shared his experience, how to love about South Africa and how she felt living in the country. And the first lady who shared her culture shock about South Africa. Trust me, I learned a lot about that video. Please, I put the name of the channel on the video. Please do me well by clicking and also going to the channel to complete the full video, because the video was very long and I could not bring everything to you guys to see. And promise you, you will enjoy every bit of a culture shock about South Africa. I really do, and I learned a lot. So tell me, if you're a foreigner planning to come to Cape Town, South Africa, or you are living in South Africa, feel free to share your experience with us on the comment section. I would love to see your thoughts on the comment section. And if you're in South Africa, tell me how proud you are to be South Africa, seeing foreigners welcome in your country. And I want to use this media to keep thanking my amazing subscriber who are South Africans, who gave me a new name. I said it on my video I posted yesterday that I want a new name. I want a South African name, and they gave me one of the gorgeous name, means Stargate. Thank you so much. I really love the name. I think it suits me better because you guys said the name suits me. I'm really grateful for that. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. Thank you for everything. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. I really, really do appreciate you. And I will see you in my next video. Bye for now and stay blessed. And I love you guys so much. Bye bye.